touched on the offense out of the gate. Let's talk about the Seahawks defense. They played well at times today, gave up some explosives. Let's start with the good from the Seahawks defense.
Yeah, the interior defensive pass rush. I thought that's something that they needed, was a key to winning this game, and that part came through. You had Dre Jones, Jay Reed, and Big Cat get sacks. And, I think for Purdy, if you get in his face, the pass rush right up the middle, he's really good at stepping up in the pocket, and if there's no way to do that, then, typically he'll throw errant passes or, like what we saw on Thanksgiving night with Jordan Brooks' pick six. That was Jay Reed that, deflected that ball. So that was the good part. I thought also Bobby Wagner, he came up and rocked a couple of ball carriers a few times, so he played, I thought, well. But the deep crossers, man, they got to figure out a way to take care of that, because it happened to Julian. He was actually man-to-man on Kittle, but then also the deep over, I think it was Deebo Samuel or Ayuk, one of those two. Those guys, along with Christian McCaffrey, and then you go Kittle, Ayuk, and Deebo Samuel, those guys had 435 yards of the 535 yards. So, yeah, and it seemed those deep crossers deep in the field, 15 yards, 20 yards deep, they just have a really hard time with that. And then the other thing is like the most fundamental thing, and it's tackling. And that can happen, at the beginning of the season or the end of the season, but it's something that you have to be really conscientious about, of just wrapping guys up. And there was a lot of times where they got extra yards after contact. So those are the things that really need to get cleaned up.
How about as far as the Seahawks secondary? They lost Witherspoon early on with a lower back injury. How do you think that affected the way things were going in the secondary?
I thought it made a huge difference, and it sounds strange to say that about a 6-foot-tall, 180-pound rookie, right? But you saw the hit on Kittle by Diggs early on, and I believe that was either Jamal or Spoon that was on him, like really covering him tight. And Spoon is great that way. I mean, he's a very good coverage guy, and so yeah, I thought that really hurt them. But the other things that happened, those were something that they just need to work on. And it's been kind of a bugaboo for the defense this year, just in general. So hopefully they get that cleaned up, and there's lots to learn from this game.